Yellow. Hello everybody. How you been doing? How was your day today? Good? Bad? Ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-da-dum, bum, bum. We'll get started in just a few. We'll get started in. Sorry about that. We'll get started in a few minutes. Just sending out notifications to as many people as I can. And then we'll get started. Oh, good for you, Jorge. Good for you. Good luck. Hello, Arjibat. All right, I think we're ready. There we go. Right, let's move on. Let's do this. Round 17, Mexican Grand Prix. Oh. Just simulating?
Our running costs are significantly less than the income we're pulling in. I suggest we start looking for opportunities to spend that profit margin.
That's a good idea, guy. Let's spend it on something good. Aerodynamics, chassis, powertrain. I wouldn't mind some aero. Let's increase build time. That's 1.5. That's good. Worn components. Let's change the turbocharger because that's pretty much shot at this point. So let's do that. And I think I'll leave everything else the way it is. Probably not. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Great. So Mexican Grand Prix. This is gonna be interesting. This is another one of those circuits where I'm not very confident at. Well, if he has two Ferraris in behind him, then that's going to be quite difficult for Mr. Seb Vettel. Oh, 16 laps, that's a long race. There's still a lot of things can happen. Okie dokie, let's see. Weekend. Ooh, next year's next year's regulations. This is something for you both. This is something you both need to be aware of. I've been hearing whispers around the paddock that the governing body are looking likely to vote through regulation changes for next year. From what we can tell, these are mainly going to affect the aerodynamic package, as they want the cars better able to follow each other through the high-speed corners. Until we know for certain, you may want to focus our progress on other departments. Yeah, well, there's still 4 races before that, so. Okie dokie, let's go to practice session and get some research points on the board, because we'll need them to further develop our car, prepare it for next season. At this point, I'm not really... Well, I still would like to get some points, but from now on, I'm mostly going to focus on trying to make a good car for next season, or at least save as many points as I can for next season's car, so we can start development as early as possible. I think that would be the best course of action. Anyway, let's do some of these practice sessions, practice programs even, starting with track acclimatization.
Push the car just yet. Track is still green. Try and take it easy for the first couple of laps.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Jeffy boy. Jeff the Jeff boy. Okie dokie. Something's not right. I don't have force feedback. This is not okay. Sorry about that. I think I need to exit the game. Come on. The game is being stupid again. And not properly registering my steering wheel. Oh, I think wonderful. Okie dokie. Let's try that again. This is annoying. A cup of coffee, I guess. I think we can call it a cup of coffee. A cup of whatever hot brew you might want. Coffee, tea, whatever. I won't judge. And yes, I fixed the text as well. And changed the font. Okay. Let's do this again.
Everyone ready? Okay, let's go.
Alrighty then. Okay, there we go. It's so much better having force feedback. Okay, that's a little bit too fast. Okie dokie. Oh! A little bit fast. What? I'm pressing all sorts of buttons here. I'm not supposed to. Okay. First practice program of the day. Let's get started and let's put some research points on the board.
Zone is coming up. Get ready to open it. Distance is on your MFD.
Yes, Jeffy boy, yes. Interesting. Oh, come on, game. I went straight through the gate.
That's looking good. Now let's try for purple. You'll get a bonus for consistency if you can chain good corners together.
Yep. Okie dokie. I don't get it. Ooh, breaking late, that's not good. Oh, come on. Oh, really? I went straight through it. Come on, game, stop screwing me over.
Final lap. This is the final lap of the program.
Ah. Oh boy. I went straight through it. What? I don't understand how these gates work. Sometimes they register me going through them. Sometimes they don't. Doesn't make much sense, to be honest. Regardless, that's one practice program down. Two more programs to go, and then we can qualify, and then we can race. And then we can go to the fantastic Interlagos circuit. I'm actually really looking forward to that race. I love racing at Interlagos. It's a really cool, nice circuit to drive on and to race on.
When driving with the pit assist disabled, you'll need to be mindful of your speed when entering the pit lane.
Yes.
If you hit the limiter line too fast, you'll pick up a penalty. Watch the on-screen prompts that show your target speed and distance to the limiter line.
Sure. Anything else? No? Okay. Thank you. That was a very interesting story, Jeff. Thank you for notifying me. I'll certainly keep that in mind for next time. Okay. Well, I'm sure someone in Maranello is not very happy at this point, then. Okay, next let's do, tire management, program. Pam 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 pam. Hello, Artem. Thank you, Keith. Goodbye, Artem. Oh, take it easy. Also, hello. Yeah, almost. Come on, Lando. Hello, Shumi. Hey, I'm managing those tires pretty well. For the time being. Okie dokie.
We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can talk you through the numbers.
Just one more practice program and we can go on to qualifying. Which is fantastic. Ooh, corner cut. Hello, Tsunoda. Sayonara. Tsunoda-san. Right. Oh, deep. That's fine. What a shocker. Mazepin is out. That's truly the shock of the universe. Oh, still have coffee. Nice. Love myself a good coffee. Don't mind if I do. There goes the coffee. Okay, let's go to race strategy. Do that. 5 laps of that. And then we can qualify. See how well we can do here in Mexico. Obviously still chasing that elusive point, but hey, at least I managed to fulfill our main sponsor's requirements for finishing 10th or higher in the constructors. So in that respect we're fine. We'll get the payout from our sponsorship deal at the end of the season. But obviously would have liked to do a little bit better this season. But the season was plagued by all sorts of problems. And not to mention the fact that I probably chose a way higher difficulty at the start for my skill level. So I need to rethink for next year's title how I'm going to approach looking at or deciding the best difficulty setting for myself. Hello, Ocon. Banging wheels, that's not good. Alrighty.
Great lab. You've nailed what we asked for. Keep it up.
Sure thing, Jeff boy. Ocon, you little bastard. Pulling in front of me and then slamming the brakes. I really don't like to be brake checked like that.
Good. We need you to improve on that.
Oh, really? What makes you think that, Jeffy boy? Jeff the boy? Can never get this corner right. Of that section of corners. Sequence of corners. I can speak, I promise. Ooh. Come on! Why does this game hate me so much? I was braking! You know, stepping on the brakes. You know what that means, right, game? Means I'm trying to slow down. Ah! Oh, that's annoying. Okay, let's...
Car repairs have set us back a little.
Yeah. Let's try this one more. Not flying lap, you stupid game! Do what I'm asking you to do, please! Damn you.
Give us some consistent laps, please. We're looking for good data that we can work into the race strategy.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, EA, exactly. EA and Codemasters, actually.
Super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
Yes. But no. You're forgetting who you're asking to stay focused, Jeff.
What we asked for. Keep it up.
Yay! That's good. Anyway. Ooh. That was deep. That's not how I meant to go through that corner. Okay, much better.
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
Hooray! I think this is going to be the last lap. And then we can move on to qualifying. And afterwards we can race. Yay!
Keep it up.
Okie dokie. This is our in-lap. And then we can go qualifying. Whoa, easy. Okay, practice over. Congratulations, Sebastian Vettel, I guess. Param pam pam pam, parararam. Okay, let's speed through the rest of the session. And then we can go qualifying. I have absolutely no idea what that accent was. I should probably stop making weird accents. But I probably won't. It's in my nature to do silly accent. Oh well, you'll just have to live with that, I guess. I know I have to. Ba-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da. Yay, almost year 29.
The cars now over the line. Let's see our top three again. Hamilton, Norris, and Daniel Ricciardo. Sadly, it's time to say goodbye as free practice is over. However, we'll be back shortly for more Formula One action.
Oh, a P13, that's not bad for a Renault-powered Hellish F1 Racing car.
Really put a lot of effort into practice today. Are you testing new components?
La-di-da-di-da-di-da.
Did you feel that things went well for you today?
So it's not today and everything went my way. No, it went pretty well actually.
What's the secret ingredient for your performance today? Great. Well, that's everything.
Sure. Thank you. New flute song? What? What flute song? Let's go qualifying. Bum ba-da-dum ba-da-dum ba-da-da-dum. Up 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 up. Bum 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 bum. Okay, let's just get moving. Don't need to see that. All of that. Well, they need to lock up, I guess. Maybe I'm playing Skyrim without actually knowing it, and I don't have the skills to use certain answers. You know? Skyrim or Mass Effect or, you know, all of them. Fallout. All of them RPGs that have charisma and stuff like that that you need to increase for you to be able to use certain interactions. Never mind. But then again, if I'd want to have that, I would just play Skyrim or Mass Effect or Fallout. Yeah, RPG elements in a racing game. My chat is late. I'm not sure I quite know what you mean about chat being late. Whoa. Alright, here we go for the qualifying lap. Let's hope it's going to be a good one. Getting into Q2 would certainly be fantastic. What? Now I'm even more confused.
There's only one lap of fuel remaining.
Do you mean there's latency in between, a huge latency between chat and the stream? Is that what you're trying to say? If it's a latency issue, then I'm afraid I cannot do anything. Well, I could do something. I could restart the stream, but that would take time. La-dee-dee-dee-dum. Okay. Let's see where we end up. Hopefully we'll be able to move on to at least into Q2. That would be fantastic. So far it looks like we will be moving on to Q2. And come on, come on, come on, come on. Dropped out of Q2 at the very end. That's fine though. Okay, let's move on. Oh, that's that, I guess. Yay! Nice. Sweet. Sweet apple pie. Ba-da-dum. Alrighty then. There's quite a bit of chance of rain. Hopefully it will not rain. But here we go. Race time. Here in Mexico.
Welcome along to the most popular city in North America and home now to the Mexico City Grand Prix. It's a sellout crowd as usual here at one of the shortest circuits on the Formula One calendar. So who, I wonder, will the crowd cheer on today to the top step of the podium? We're a long way above sea level here in Mexico today, which could pose some cooling issues for the cars as they make their way around this 2.6-mile lap. 17 corners with top speeds in excess of 220 miles per hour, and watch out for potential overtaking into turns 1 and 4. Alongside me to discuss all the action today is Anthony Davidson. Thanks for joining us, Ant, and tell me, you were down in the pit lane earlier. How do you think the track conditions are today?
Well, the surface
is
clean enough, but I'm a little bit worried about the track temperature. It's pretty cool out there.
Hopefully, I really hope some points will come our way this time.
The cars out there that work their tyres hard and really put a lot of energy through them, they'll be the ones that are better off.
Before we begin,
but we'll have to wait and see, I guess. If the gods of Formula One smile upon us.
From pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Ricciardo, Charles Leclerc and Perez, Sainz, Gasly, Vettel and Max Verstappen, Raikkonen, Iceman, Yuki Tsunoda and Russell, Latifi, Markelov, Lance Stroll. They've taken a grid penalty. And
good.
Fernando Alonso.
That helps me.
Ocon, Mick Schumacher, Mazepin. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. And Antonio Giovinazzi starts from the back of the grid. That's it then. It's time to go racing as we head to trackside for today's race.
Yay, let's go racing. Let's go racing. Yeah, let's go with that strategy. That means we'll be coming in on lap 15. Perfect. Let's start. Okay, let's go. For the formation lap.
Okay, go through all the gears if you can. We need to make sure the engagement is okay before the start. We're going to want to put some temperature into the tyres and brakes. We need to keep the engine cool though, so don't go too high with the revs.
Yes.
No rain expected for the time being.
That's good to know. Because rain would definitely throw a monkey wrench into all of this. You know, I'll get a penalty. Well, thank you very much for the confidence boost. It helps a lot. Why would I ram Kimi and Max off? Oh, yeah, right, for the penalty. Good. No, I won't.
Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid has formed. Be ready with the clutch.
And we're off. That's actually a pretty decent launch. But even Tsunoda had an even better launch. So did Russell.
We've reached a worrying level of wear on the internal combustion engine. Let's try and keep the revs down. Early upshifts, later downshifts.
Yes. Come on. Renault engine, don't let me down.
Okay, we have an issue with the control electronics box. That's going to do additional damage to all other power unit components.
Well, how freaking lovely. That's what I need, even more damage to my engine and engine components. Well, we'll be lucky if I'll even be able to complete the race. The ICE, for some reason, went to 90% wear all of a sudden. Was nowhere near that before the start of the weekend, so I'm not sure what caused that. Especially given that I only did one practice session. I only did one qualifying lap, so I have no idea what caused
Caution.
that much damage. Someone's out of the race. Daniel Ricciardo's out of the race. That's helpful.
DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
That's going to be useful. Yeah, probably I will. But that's still far away because I'm not ending this career mode until we manage to win both the drivers and constructors championships. So that's gonna take a while, given how things are going. Almost managed to overtake Verstappen there. Almost. But my car lost grip through the SS for whatever reason. Couldn't quite keep up with him. Well, I guess it was due to dirty air, really. That would make sense.
Gap to teammate behind is 6.3 seconds.
Tsunoda is out. That moves us into the point. That's fantastic.
Clear.
Verstappen locking up, coming into that right-hander. I was trying to look for a gap, but there wasn't one really. Didn't really want to risk that.
You're in the top 10 now. Keep it up.
That's good. Hopefully the engine will be able to hold itself together until the end of the race. That's my biggest concern at the moment. But I genuinely have no idea how it got that damaged between practice and the race. Whatever the case, the gods of Formula 1 are really not on my side. If I need to change the engine, which I'm going to have to, That means I'm going to take a penalty for the next race, which I'm not really looking forward to. But we'll have to wait and see how things pan out. We're only on lap 6 out of 36, so a lot of things can happen before the end of the race. That's a little bit of a cut. That's a bit of a Tiamat multiply. Almost. Did I get Verstappen? Yes, I did. That's P9. Nice. Oh. Verstappen looking to find a way on my inside. And then he buzzes off. I mean, he does have a much faster car than I do, so. Oh. Managed to pull ahead of him again. But DRS on him, so hopefully I'll be able to pull away. We'll see. Oh, deep. All right. Vettel is right in front of us. Unfortunately, that ICE is quickly degrading. It might not last the race distance. That's quite concerning. But whatever happens, we'll have to deal with it when and if it happens. No use in worrying before that. It would be a lot more useful to, you know, concentrate on the task at hand, which is race and try to bring the car back home in one piece if possible, and if possible in the points. Ooh. Little bit of a brake check there by Vettel. Max Verstappen having a look at overtaking, but there's no way. Well, I'm not leaving any room for him to overtake, so he'll have to try again if he wants his position back. Okay. Did I get him? Did I get him? I think I got him. Yay, that's P8. Just managed to overtake Sebastian Vettel.
We expect the grip levels to start falling away soon.
Oh. Whoa. Where the hell did you get all that speed all of a sudden? Both of you. Really? How did you get all that speed all of a sudden? That's a bit unfair. There we go. Got around Vettel again. Now let's try and get Verstappen also. Oh, Verstappen is in the pit. They nearly lose control of the car coming out of the final corner. Nearly crashed into the pit wall. That would have been disastrous. Up into P4 now. But there are a lot of people in the pits at the moment, so I don't think I'm going to be able to hold on to this position, obviously, because I also need to pit at some point. But for the time being, I'll try and put as big a gap as possible, obviously, between myself and everyone.
Gap ahead is 4.7 seconds.
Everyone else.
Behind is
Shut up, Jeff.
7
I'm
seconds.
talking. I'll need to try and put as big a gap between myself and anyone else behind me as possible in the following laps before I need to go into the pits. Which is quite soon. Only a few more laps before I need to pit. But this puts me in a pretty good position at the moment. Need to take as much advantage of this as possible. And now more than ever I need to really hope that the engine is going to hold up until the end of the race. That 94% wear was at around 93 about 2 laps ago. That doesn't bode too well. But who knows? Maybe the gods of Formula 1 will actually
Martin in the pits.
smile upon me. That would be absolutely fantastic. That was a terrible line, but we're good. Ooh. Didn't really mean to cut there, but whatever. Didn't get a penalty, so I didn't do it. Oh boy, oh boy. Getting nervous, feeling nervous. Really need to calm down my nerves, because if I don't, I'll be prone to doing even more mistakes than I usually do.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums.
Okay, that's P3, but Bottas is about to overtake me. Okay. We're on lap 13. At the end of lap 15, I need to pit, so I'm going to fall quite a bit further down. But that was not a good line through the S's. Okay, Bottas is in the pit. And that allow what? Wait a second, what the hell? I distinctly saw Bottas going into the pits, and now he's in front of me again. I don't know what I'm seeing here. I don't understand what's happening. Oh. And Bottas is off.
In this lap, push now. We're leading our teammate by 42.0 seconds.
Wow. Leclerc is through. Hamilton's through. Norris is through.
Our gap behind is 6.5 seconds.
6.5 seconds, eh? It's not enough. But, oh well. It's about time I change these tires because I barely have any grip left in them. It will be interesting to see where I come out. I was in 8th before people started pitting. Will I be out in 8th or... Okay, managed to slow down before the pit entrance, so no penalties for me. That's good. Okay, I'm falling far behind now.
Go, go, go.
2.9 second stop. Kind of slow. Now I'm back in
That was our last
down in P13.
pit stops.
Well, that wasn't a very good pit stop then. I lost a bunch of positions. The overcut didn't really work. We're now down in P13. That's quite disappointing, given that I was in 8th before the pit stops. Although I believe the not the EA, the AI, sorry, or at least most of the AI, is going for a 2-stopper. So that could help me in the long run. But we'll have to wait and see. Regardless, I'm catching up to Esteban Ocon right now. I really want to get around him. Okay, got DRS on Ocon. That's nice. That should help. He's going defensive. No, he's not. And that's P12. Ooh, bit wide for the chicane. But that's spectacular.
Our gap to the car in front is 3.0 seconds.
Okay. T12 could be better, but we'll try. IC is now at 97% wear. I don't think we'll make it to the end of the race. I have a stinking suspicion that our engine's going to go boom in the next few laps. And I still don't understand how it got so much wear between practice and the race. Because before practice it was only around 50%. By the time we arrived at the race it was at almost 90%, and it's now almost completely destroyed. All of this might be for nothing. If the engine doesn't hold up until the end, I would be very disappointed. If the engine would go before the end of the race. Come on. Right on Stroll right now. Might be able to get him on the start-finish straight before turn 1. Or going into turn 1. So he has a much better drive out of the final corner. Yes. Oh. Bit of contact. Nearly lost control. Ooh. There we go. And that's a stroll behind. We're now up in P11. AI is in the pit. That's good. And we move up into P9. Better than nothing. That's 2 points if the engine holds up until the end of the race. It's going to be 2 points more than we have right now. But again, I really have a feeling that the engine might not make it all the way to the end. It's gonna suck. Yeah, the ICE and the CE are both almost completely destroyed. Our Mexican Grand Prix might be cut short today, which would be very unfortunate. Okay, we're up to P7 thanks to a few more cars pitting. P7. P7, that's very good. P7 is absolutely fantastic for us, especially if we can finish. At the end of this lap, we'll be 2/3 through the race, 1/3 left.
You've moved into P7.
I know, Jeff, I know. Lance Stroll really pushing me at the moment. Teammate is in the pit. Not that it really concerns us, he's somewhere behind. Okay, looks like I'm starting to shake off Lance Stroll, that's really good.
Front is 7.4 seconds.
Okay, third. Lap 24 out of 36. Will the engine hold? That is the big question here. Will the ICE survive? Another 13 laps. I'm trying, but I don't know if the engine's going to hold up until the end of the race.
That looked bad. Are you alright? Let me know you're alright.
Yeah, the engine didn't want to stay. The engine gave up. The engine decided that it didn't want to function anymore. Just my luck. Well, that is it for this race, I guess. There was absolutely nothing I could have done. That's P7 out the window. That's our points out the window. Because the engine didn't want to function anymore.
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot. A well-earned victory for Mercedes.
Ah, this is annoying. And I still can't understand how the hell did that engine go from 50-something% from at the beginning of the weekend to 100% until the end of the race. That makes absolutely no sense. How can the engine wear that much so quickly? That it doesn't make any sense. I think there are still problems with this game, major problems.
Whatever team he's in, when is he not just brilliant? Performance every time, just like he's done today.
I think Codemasters need to
Mercedes continue to extend their lead. It's been an absolute
fix the engine wear and parts wear just in general.
I can't wait to see what's next.
Wait, weren't there any highlights? Where are the freaking highlights, Codemasters? Seriously? Well done, buggy game. 10 out of 10. Definitely worth 75 fucking euros. Anyway, let's watch the replays because we have no freaking highlights. Anyway, so let's watch that. Ricardo, Tsunoda, and myself. Daniel Ricciardo. He retired on lap 2. Here he is, pulling to off the circuit. That was his race over. Where is Tsunoda? There's Tsunoda. Let's skip forward to when he retired. And there is the AlphaTauri of Tsunoda starting to smoke. Pulls to the side, and that's his race over. Then let's move on to myself. All the way to lap 24. Oh, wait. I accidentally exited the... exited the replay. Well, my car was smoking for a long time. I'll give it that. And this is where it finally decided to die. Just 13 more laps. 13 more laps and we could have had those points. But no.
Bad luck out there today. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, sure.
You had the pace, but your car couldn't quite keep up, could it? The car looks a little worse for wear. Can you walk us through what happened? Was today a good day for you?
In what universe would a day like this be a good day for anyone? Come on.
What could have gone better? Great. Well, that's everything.
Oh, look at that. We're losing the fucking rivalry. What a surprise.
Morning, boss. This week's income from the sponsors has cleared, and we're making good profit against our running costs.
Yay. Okay, let's get some... No, that's not what I want. That's what I want. Messages, no messages. Let's see, R&D. What can we do? Yay. I don't even know. I mean, there are 3 more races left in the season. It's really worth spending development points in the car at this time. I think it would be a lot better that if I would hold on to these points and develop next year's car. think that would be a better thing to do. Let's invest some money in durability. Let's go for quality control. Maybe that'll help. Okay, right, I also need to go here. Okay, so it's time to take a penalty because why the bloody hell not? Yes, 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 I know. That's still okay, that's still okay. That's okay. And I need to change that as well. Okay, let's move on to the Brazilian Grand Prix.
Expecting some new developments to come through, but some of them have failed quality control.
Oh, how freaking lovely.
The team what to redevelop via the R&D screen.
I love it when we have such good freaking news. This is fucking incredible. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to spend any more points in development for this year. There's only 3 more races left in the season. I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference at this point, so I'm going to keep every point we're earning for next season and try and build a better car next season. Anyway, let's move on to race weekend and hope that the engine doesn't decide to go from 0 to 100 wear in only a handful of laps again.
Okay, I need your attention. The tech regulations are changing. There's a risk some of our hardware will be undone, so we need to mitigate it. As soon as you can, I want you to look at the developments we have and tell us what areas you want to invest in protecting.
Okay. Can you elaborate? Anyway, let's go to practice. I'm really disappointed. I can't get over the fact that the engine decided to give up next in the previous race. We could have had points.
I've had a chat with the R&D team about the new car parts, and we're happy that they've been integrated into the car okay. With any luck, you'll be able to feel the improvement. So give them a try. Don't push the car just yet. The track is still green. Try and take it easy for the first couple of laps.
I don't even want to talk. That's how disappointed I am about that engine. I don't even feel like talking anymore.
Approaching the DRS zone. Watch your MFD for the activation point. You seem to have a solid handle on the lap. Let's try and perfect each turn. Remember that chaining good corners together will give you a consistency bonus.
I'll try to remember. Hello, Schumacher. Get out of my way. Well, screw you.
That's fantastic. You obviously have a really good understanding of this circuit.
I would bloody hope so. I raced a lot on this circuit. Besides, I enjoy racing here. Oh, I missed that one. Ah.
Test complete, and that was a very good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that.
That makes me happy. Either way, if I get a chance to change my engine supplier for next year, I think I'm going to take it.
Marginal, box within 2 laps.
Because this Renault engine's been very disappointing.
of fuel remaining. Box this lap, please. Box this lap. When driving with the pit assist disabled, you'll need to be mindful of your speed when
Oh.
entering the pit lane.
Is that so?
If you limit a line too fast, you'll pick up a penalty.
Mm-hmm.
Watch the on-screen prompts
Interesting.
to show your target speed and distance to the limiter line.
Ooh, interesting. Please tell me more. I want to hear more of your fascinating stories, Jeffy boy. Really, really riveting story. I especially liked the ending there. That was very, very intriguing. Oh, come on, Jeff. Tell me more stories. I want more stories. You're a very good storyteller. No? Okay. Next race then, I guess. Or rather, next weekend. Race weekend. Okay. Tire management. Let's go for that.
Standing by.
Hey, yeah. La 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 la. Well, the tire wear program isn't going to go too well, I don't think, around here, because Brazil is quite notorious for being very hard on the tires, regardless of how careful you try to drive. Oh. I'm actually somehow keeping the meter in the purple area and still doing good time. Don't mind if I do.
Program complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can talk you through the numbers.
Come in, honey. I'm coming, honey. Warm the bed for me, will ya? Honey, I'm home. Where's lunch? Ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, I'll stop now. At least for the time being.
Checks complete.
Okay.
All personnel be aware we have a car leaving.
One more practice program and we can head over to qualifying and over to the race. And I hope that the ICE or ICE or just CE, I don't remember which one it was, doesn't decide to go boom again. Yes, Australia is going to be the next race. And after that, Abu Dhabi, and that's going to be the end of the season. So there's only one more stream left before the end of the season.
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
Will do. Will do. Well, that's the plan anyway. Staying focused. Ba-da-da-da-da-dum-bum.
Great lap. You've nailed what we asked for. Keep it up.
Da-da-da-da-da-dum, da-da-da-da-da-dum. I should probably stop that. Can you imagine it's quite annoying?
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
How generous of you, Fernando, to let me through.
Great lap. You've nailed what we asked for. Keep it up.
Oh, nearly left the back there.
Okay, test complete, and that was a very good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that.
Which makes me really happy. That means a lot of dev points for us. R&D points, whatever. Which all shall go towards next year's car. Because I genuinely don't think it's worth investing in the car anymore this year. I don't know.
Come in this lap, please. Box this lap.
Actually, you know what? Maybe investing in something
Less than a lap of fuel now. The
or
tank is empty.
try to improve the car before Abu Dhabi, the final race of the season, maybe. We'll see. Although I would much rather hold on to those points, those R&D points, and invest in next year's car. Especially since there are apparently some rule changes for next year, so we might not be able to. If I just spend R&D points willy-nilly, might be all for nothing. That would be a waste of points. If I develop things that but we'll see. Well, I know that Sebastian Vettel and I believe Lewis Hamilton are leaving Formula 1, so we'll have to wait and see what driver changes we will have next season. Yes, if I remember correctly, I think I saw a message stating that Lewis Hamilton is leaving Formula 1 in this career mode, obviously not in real life. But that is it for the session. Okie dokie.
The session has drawn to a close, so let's review our top three. Iceman, Perez, and Valtteri Bottas. What an incredible practice session. The fun doesn't stop here, though. Join us again as the rest of the weekend unfolds.
I somehow managed to finish the session the fastest, which is interesting. Anyway, let's move on to qualifying. Yeah, very.
Take on it. How do you feel these grid penalties are affecting the sport?
Well, I cannot blame the team. I had to switch the engine components because I had to. But okay, let me piss off my team because I cannot choose the answer I actually want. This is dumb.
It looks like you've really been focusing on research and development this season. The regulation changes for next season have been announced. How is your team going to cope with the transition? How do you feel the competition is for you this season?
I guess that's good.
Appreciate your time.
Now we can move on to qualifying. Unfortunately, regardless of where I qualify, that's not going to count because I have the penalties because I had to use up more engine components than I'm allowed in a season. I actually had to change 2 components at the exact same time because yeah, that's how Codemasters made this game, I guess. Sometimes components last for 3, 4, 5 races. Other times they go boom after just 2 because that makes freaking sense. This is not the 1990s anymore. The whole point of having limited amounts of engines and whatnot is to reduce the costs, but oh well. Well, I'm on my 5th engine actually. I used 4 up until now. 2 of them lasted quite well for quite a few races, and 2 of them gave up after the second race. So, yeah, whatever. Anyway, let's move on to qualifying. Hello, Warzone. Let's move on. Let's just go to the qualifying session. Crofty, you're supposed to be talking at this point. Come on, Codemasters, what the hell? Yes, Warzone, I am playing with a wheel.
When you're ready, let's go.
Alonso is kind of interfering with my lap. Get out of my way! Thank you!
Fantastic. That was the fastest lap.
Well, that was the first lap, of course it was fast. I've not had much problems with Aston Martin. If anything, in my career, Alfa Romeo were the ones that were annoying. Especially Kimi Räikkönen.
1 lap of fuel remaining.
Jeff should become a commentator? Yeah, probably. He would be a very good commentator. Hopefully he would be a commentator that wouldn't cut off his fellow commentators. Looking at you, David Croft. It's incredible how many times that man cuts off his fellow commentators. I think that guy loves the sound of his voice a little bit too much. Okay, let's speed through the rest of the session. What? Really? Pole position? Well, it's not going to be pole position, but... No one is faster? Come on, AI. Is the AI that slow in Brazil? Really? Yes, Warzone. That is correct. Okay, sure, I'll take it. Wow. Didn't expect that. Oh, is that so? Cool. Whereabouts? Hey, Q2, here we go.
Car to track.
I mean, I expected to get into Q1, but not this, quite this much. Gee. You're shitting me. You've got to be shitting me. That's where I live. As well. Hello, fellow citizen, then. Now, after 33 years of living here, I don't like it, to be honest. I'd much rather live in Cluj or something like that. Well, actually, Cluj is my favorite city in this entire freaking country. Bayamar is boring, dude. Oh, deep.
passed this lap. Good job.
Really? Again? What is this trickery, Codemasters? How is the AI so slow all of a sudden? And why? Is this because of my penalties? Never mind. Not just two Romanians, mate. Two Romanians from the exact same city. That's even crazier.
There's only one lap of fuel remaining.
Who would have thunk it? Looking like Chernobyl? Yeah, kind of. Yep. Apparently. That is indeed quite a coincidence. Out of nearly 8 billion people in the world. It does. A bunch of shades of gray. Yeah, probably he could. And again, I somehow am the fastest in the session. What on earth is happening here, Codemasters? Is the AI really that much slower at this track than me? Well, again, it's not going to matter. I'm still going to start from the back because of massive penalties, but still. It's a little bit higher than 0 Jorge. Anyway, let's go to Q3 the first time ever.
Checks complete. We're ready.
It's around 60. About 55 actually. If I put it to 80 or 90, I'll only finish the race in last place, given that I'm driving the worst car possible. And I'm way far behind. I'm very far behind in terms of development. I have the worst car on the grid. Yet somehow, here in Brazil, I'm doing pretty well. I actually started the season with 80% difficulty. But gave up on 80 after about 3 races. then gradually lowered the difficulty until I reached a point where I could at least seem competent. The thing is, I'm not very good. In fact, I'm completely terrible, but people still seem to enjoy watching my crap, so okay. I'm probably not going to get pole. Well, there. Yeah, there goes the pole. Verstappen just took pole.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
Oh, you should see my other races. Brazil is one of those circuits I actually enjoy racing on and know quite well, so I do seem a little bit more competent, but if you look at any of my other races, you'll see that I'm quite bad. And I have a pretty bad propensity of crashing the car quite often.
That's the fastest lap so far. Well done.
Spa is my favorite circuit. In Formula 1 at least. Overall, it's second on my list of favorite circuits behind the Nordschleife. That was terrible. But that's fine because I'm coming into the pit. Nope. I don't... The only console I have is a Nintendo DS. A 3DS actually. Oh no. It's a new 2DS XL. Hello Christian, welcome back. Yeah, sure. We could play multiplayer. But I don't know how the cross-platform functionality works. Or if there's any.
Repairing the damage to the car.
Or if there's any cross-platform compatibility. There should be. I mean, in 2021, it would be quite annoying if there wouldn't be any cross-platform stuff. You're on PlayStation. Well, I'm on PC. And normally there should be cross-platform compatibility. But then again, PlayStation and Sony are not very friendly towards cross-platform because Sony.
Goodbye for now then, but we're really just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
Sony are really not very friendly towards cross-platform compatibility. I have no idea why.
Great work out there today. Let's have your thoughts. Looks like you had a great qualifying session. It must be a relief being that far up the grid.
I'm a good driver. No, I'm not. Okay, that sucks. Sony suck, to be honest, when it comes to cross-platform compatibility. They always have and probably always will, because they're a bunch of idiots.
Updated their cars for next season's regulation changes. Where do you think you'll come out?
Just as a side note here, in this day and age, with everything being so connected, not having cross-platform compatibility among all platforms that support a specific game is pretty much a sin, if you ask me. This has to stop. This is really annoying. Because why would you gatekeep trying to play with your friends who may be on other platforms? This simply cannot... I cannot comprehend the idea behind this. It's very annoying, but anyway, enough rambling, and let's get back to the stream at hand. After all the teams have updated their cars for next season, regulations changes, where do you think you'll come out? It's always a dice roll, but I'm confident to yeah, we'll go with that.
Appreciate your time.
Okay. Let's go on to the race. Oh, hell yeah, I outqualified him. Okay, let's move on. Okay.
So, unfortunately, we've picked up some grid penalties.
Yeah, I know.
Starting further back than you expect.
I know.
As for how bad it is, that'll depend on what the other drivers get.
Well, it's very bad. Because we're starting from the back of the pack. There's slight rain possibility, but that's fine. Let's move.
Welcome along then to the place where heroes and history are made. It's where the 2008 title was decided in the final corner. And it's the place, a year later, that Jenson Button stormed through from 14th on the grid to claim his one and only Drivers' Championship. It's Interlagos, and it's time for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Interlagos, always a very special race here in Brazil.
Indeed.
It's a 2.7-mile circuit with 9 lefts and 6 rights for a total of 15 corners. The fastest lap today should have an average speed of around 135 miles per hour, if, of course, the weather stays dry until the end of the Grand Prix.
Hopefully it
And
will.
I'm joined once again by Anthony Davidson to bring you the lowdown for today's race. Let's talk about the Iceman. There's been some controversy surrounding some comments they made in the media recently.
What?
What's your take on that?
Anyone who publicly criticises their team is walking a dangerous line. Sure, sometimes people need a kick up the rear, but more often than not, they need support and encouragement.
P20 or P21, something like that, I think. But we'll find out right now.
Look at our starting grid for today's race. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Norris, Esteban Ocon, and Ricciardo. They've taken a grid penalty. Verstappen, Stroll, Raikkonen, and Antonio Giovinazzi. Leclerc, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Tsunoda, George Russell, and Vettel, they've taken a grid penalty. Fernando Alonso, Mick Schumacher, Carlos Sainz, and Pierre Gasly. Mazepin, Latifi, Markelov, and Iceman.
Yep, from the very back of the grid.
So let's head down to the track and get this Grand Prix underway.
And I received the biggest grid penalty, because why the hell not? Let's use personalized, that's fine. Let's get going. This is going to be a tough race.
Launch map is good, but we need to learn the gears, so go into each one when you can. We're going to need some work on the brakes, so put some energy into them and warm the tires as well, please.
Exactly. Oh, I'm not that good. Given how much I crash and how often. Oh boy. Ooh, yeesh. And we're off. Terrible launch. Absolutely terrible launch. But let's see if we can make up a few positions. Coming into the center S's. Hit a bit of contact with Latifi, but we're fine. And we're chasing down Carlos Sainz into the next corner. It's not easy. And that's P18 already. Next is Gasly. No place to overtake through there. Going very wide. Forced onto the grass. And Sainz punts me from... Actually, no, that was Latifi punting me. Luckily, it didn't. Or at least I hope it didn't damage the car too much. Come on, all I want is a few points. 1 point. Whatever. Let's make it happen. Unless, you know, the engine decides to blow up again. As it did in Mexico. Whoa! Contact with Gasly. Come on.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you are within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Except my DRS isn't working. Thank you, Jeff.
DRS will be offline. There's a fault with the rear wing system. Stay out. We can work on a fix remotely.
Wow, that complicates things. There's always something wrong with this car. Whoa! Easy there, buddy.
Yellow flag.
Yellow, what for? Okay. I think Vettel is out. No, Verstappen's out of the race! What the?
Green flag.
Max Verstappen is out of the Brazilian Grand Prix, almost said British. Gasly's going for it. Unfortunately, I don't have DRS to defend. So this is going to be an interesting few laps until a team manages to find a way to fix my DRS. Okay, yellow again. And green again. Up into P15 now. DRS is still offline. And this complicates things quite a bit. And that's P14 done. Rather nicely, if I do say so myself.
Move. Good job.
Russell is up next. And he has DRS, so he'll be able to pull away. My DRS is still offline, of course. I have a feeling that I'm not going to get DRS back this race. But I still managed to outbrake Russell into the left-hander, and we're now in P13. Nice. Ooh, braking late. That's not good. Come on, Mick. Get out of the way. That's P12. I still don't have DRS, of course. Come on, guys.
Our teammate by 6.3 seconds.
Fix the damn DRS. You're making my job that much harder. Oh, he pulled out of the move and allows me to slip right past. Don't know why he gave up that easily, but I'll take it. That's P11 now. Next is our rival. Kimi freaking Raikkonen. Whoa! He's forcing me off into the grass, but I still managed to get around him.
Be careful, we think you're going to start losing some tire grip around now.
Fantastic. He's obviously going to be able to get around me because I still don't have my DRS online. But we are now in P10.
Hey, you're in the top 10.
Yep. Finishing here would make me more than happy. But we'll have to wait and see how things pan out. Wow, he's very slow through there. That's P9.
Great maneuver. You made it look easy.
Side by side with Ocon. And finally, DRS is back online. Thank you. Took you like 10 laps to fix it. Terrible line through the S's though. But we are in P8 now.
Okay, gap ahead is 2.3 seconds.
Yuki Tsunoda is next. If I can catch him. Well, it's so nice to finally have the DRS again.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the hards.
Fantastic. Bit of contact there with Tsunoda. Hopefully that won't affect the car too much. Need to check if there's any damage. On the inside, there's... yeah. Oh, he gives up? Okay. Bottas is in the pit.
You're now in P7. P7.
Tsunoda gets around in front of us again. But this time I get the DRS.
Our gap to the car in front is 1.7 seconds.
Ooh, wide. You can see Bottas right ahead of us. But I think he's been in the pits already, so... even if I manage to overtake him, I won't be able to stay ahead of him for long, because I'll have to pit at the end of next lap. Will I be able to win the race? Probably not. Maybe if I would have been able to start from pole, then
We're boxing this lap. Give us the best in lap you can.
that would have been my best chance, but as it is, I don't really think so. Especially since Bottas seems to be able to pull away from us quite easily at this point. Whoa! No!
That was a heck of an impact. Let me know you're okay.
Well, that went absolutely fantastically.
It's certainly been an incredible year for Formula One, and our drivers have all pushed themselves this season, making it one of the most compelling years of racing in history. There can only be one champion, however, and here they are now, our new Formula One World Drivers' Champion. Not just victory today then, but the championship as well. What a spectacular season they've had. Congratulations to the whole team. Tell me, Ant, how did they managed to achieve this win?
Well, I honestly feel it was down to the driver and car today. I mean, we can talk driver skill all day, but if you don't have a solid team to back that, you're never going to get anywhere. When you hit that sweet spot of having both an excellent driver and an incredible car, that's when you see results like those we witnessed today.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today.
I have absolutely no words to
So, Anthony Davis,
describe that.
would you rank as your driver of the day?
I think it has to be Fernando Alonso. He got the strategy spot on and consistently had the pace to come through as well.
It's another clear win for Mercedes as they managed to secure the Constructors' title. An incredible performance for the whole team. Well, Anthony,
Yet another race in the bin. And I was in the points as well.
And we'll see you for the next one.
This team is freaking cursed. I have no words to say anything. I don't even know what I would want to say right now.
What a great day out there today.
What the hell was great about that day, you fucking stupid bimbo?
I feel these grid penalties are affecting the sport. What was your teammate's secret to success today? Which department has been hit the hardest by next year's regulation changes? Thank you for your time.
Ah. Hmm. I really don't know what to say. I'm really really upset at this point. Okay, let's fix our stuff. Well, I guess that is it for today's stream. It went just about as good as any other of my races. Haven't even finished half of the races this season. How wonderful. And we still have 2 more races, which will probably go just as well as they did until now. Probably going to crash again like an idiot. Well, that's that. Yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed whatever. If at all there was anything to enjoy in that. One engine failure and a dumb crash because I touched the curb a little bit too much. Yeah, anyway, I'll thank you for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow when we'll finally complete this season. Oh. Yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow. I really don't have words to describe how I feel at this point. I'm really disgusted about the whole situation. Yeah, catch you all tomorrow. Bye.